right, Elijah. She won't break.
Is that what I think it is?
It's bonfire season, and I am reviving a family tradition.
Never to be tired, yet forever exhausted by the sameness of things. Why is our family always at war?
I don't know. But being away with Hope made me see things differently. Not the monsters that our parents think we are. Curse on the firstborn? What the bloody hell is that supposed to be?
Is any of this true?
It isn't for to believe Finn. We learned it from that bastion of truth, our mother.
Well, no wonder Finn hates us.
Great. So is there any chance of us running into your loony Aunt Dahlia anytime soon?
Dahlia's long dead.
Like Esther?
No one's going to hurt Hope because no one's going to find her. Enough wood, Rebekah. We'll burn down the whole bloody state of Arkansas.
Well, we're just missing a key ingredient.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are, Nick. Back me up, Elijah. Before we light it, we write down our wishes for each other to burn for luck.
Hope's first bonfire season. I like it. We're doing it. Here.
You do realize it is not I who is to be the husband you can boss around.
You do realize that I had to endure horrendous labor and actual death birthing the child that you're holding.
Fine. I wish you would tell Elijah you're marrying your werewolf suitor, at which point I will pour him a scotch and congratulate him on the bullet he dodged.
Hey, look what I found! Wonder if it'll work.
Oh, bloody hell. Well, I'm so glad I travelled hundreds of miles to visit my mentally ill brother, only to have him insult me to my face.
Oh, come on, just take the picture. See? I wish that it could always be like this.
Wishes were horses.
Beggars would ride. You realize we'll have to burn it. You want me to make a wish for the family, Rebekah. I wish it didn't have to be like this, but it does. We can't risk it falling into the wrong hands.
This isn't right. We deserve this. We've earned this. I won't let it slip away. I know what to do to stop Esther.
Rebekah, no.
I'm gonna take her deal. And when I do, I'm taking her down with me.
Can vengeance ever be a form of justice? It is a question that has echoed through the ages, haunting philosophers, kings, and killers alike. For Hope Mikaelson, it is not a question of philosophy, but of survival. Born from a bloodline cursed by its own greatness, she carries both the legacy and the burden of the Mikaelsons, a family whose love burns as fiercely as their rage. And within her story, the shadow of Elijah looms large. The uncle who taught her honor, restraint, and morality, the man who stood as both her guardian and her mirror. Together, their paths form a paradox, vengeance born of love, justice born of loss. Hope's journey is one defined by contradiction. She is both savior and destroyer, heir and orphan, human and monster. The world expects her to be a weapon, a beacon, and a warning all at once. Yet beneath the power and the prophecy lies a girl desperate to make sense of the chaos she inherited. Every action she takes is haunted by the past, by her father's sins, by her family's blood-soaked legacy, by the ghosts that whisper her name. For Hope, vengeance is not a choice. Aye, it's the air she breathes, the rhythm of her heart. To live without it would mean denying everything she is. Elijah Mikaelson understood that truth long before Hope did. He too once mistook vengeance for righteousness. To him, justice was not about fairness, but about balance. about restoring what the world had stolen from his family. For centuries, he cloaked his vengeance in civility, wearing morality like a tailored suit, even as he drowned in guilt. Yet beneath the elegance was a man bound by obsession, the need to make wrongs right, to protect those he loved, no matter the cost. When Elijah looked at Hope, he saw both redemption and reflection, a chance to guide the next generation away from the darkness that had consumed his own. Their bond, though forged in love, was also tempered in sorrow. Elijah became the moral compass Hope never asked for, and Hope became the living proof that his lifelong pursuit of redemption had meaning. But like all things Mikaelson, their relationship was complicated by the weight of history. Hope's fire was born from Klaus's fury, while Elijah's conscience was shaped by centuries of restraint. Together, they embodied the eternal conflict of their family, the heart that wants to heal versus the hand that seeks to strike back. As Hope grew older, she began to see vengeance not as blind rage, but as a language, the only one the world seemed to understand. Every enemy defeated, every injustice avenged, became a way to reclaim the power her family had lost. But beneath each act of retribution lingered the echo of Elijah's voice, calm and steady, reminding her that vengeance without mercy becomes a mirror of the very evil she fights. Hope's struggle was not against her enemies, but against the part of herself that feared Elijah might be right. Theirs was not the bond of father and daughter, nor master and student, but something far deeper, an unspoken understanding between two souls forged in the same fire. Elijah saw in Hope the chance to make peace with the parts of himself he could never forgive. Hope saw in Elijah the proof that goodness could survive even in the darkest hearts. But that connection came at a cost. The closer they grew, the heavier the burden became. Each saw the best in the other and feared what would happen if that light ever dimmed. There were moments when vengeance almost consumed Hope entirely, when loss piled upon loss and the world seemed to demand blood as the only currency of justice. In those moments, Elijah's teachings were her anchor. His voice, like a ghost in her conscience, reminded her of restraint, of dignity, of purpose. He had once said, "Honor is not the absence of vengeance, but the wisdom to know when to stop." Hope carried that lesson like a scar. It didn't stop her from striking, but it made every strike deliberate. Every act of vengeance became not a scream into the void, but a prayer for balance. And yet, even Elijah's wisdom could not save her from the truth. Vengeance is never clean. It devours the soul that wields it, turning justice into obsession and love into duty. For Hope, every victory left her emptier. Every revenge achieved left her wondering what she had lost in return. She began to understand what Elijah had lived with for centuries, that vengeance does not end pain, it only perpetuates it. It builds monuments out of guilt and calls them legacy. But even in that understanding, there is beauty. For Hope's journey is not one of damnation, but of awakening. Her bond with Elijah taught her that love and justice need not be enemies. He showed her that morality is not the absence of anger, but the mastery of it. Through him, she learned that forgiveness, though rare and fragile, is the only form of vengeance that can truly break the cycle. Elijah's death left her shattered, but his ideals became her compass. His absence, paradoxically, became her guide. And so, Hope Mikaelson became what her family never could, a balance between the heart and the blade. She fights not for vengeance, but for remembrance, not to avenge the past, but to honor it. Each choice she makes, each life she spares, carries the weight of Elijah's teachings. His presence lingers not in her blood, but in her restraint, in her moments of hesitation, in her quiet acts of mercy. In every decision where she chooses to build instead of destroy, Elijah lives on. Still, the question remains, did Elijah truly understand Hope's pain? Did he ever grasp the depth of her isolation? The crushing inheritance of being her father's daughter? Or did he, like so many before him, mistake her strength for stability? Perhaps he did. But perhaps that is the nature of all great teachers. They plant seeds in soil they will never see bloom. Elijah's legacy is not perfection. It is persistence. The belief that even in the ruins of vengeance, hope can grow. In the end, their stories are not separate threads, but a single, unbroken line stretching through generations. A promise that even the most fractured hearts can still seek redemption. Elijah sought to balance justice with mercy. Hope seeks to balance vengeance with grace. Together, they embody the eternal question that defines not only their bloodline, but humanity itself. Can love survive the weight of justice, or does justice demand the sacrifice of love? There is no simple answer, but perhaps the truth lies somewhere between them, in the space where vengeance softens into sorrow and sorrow transforms into strength. Hope Mikaelson carries that truth within her, a flicker of light born from a legacy of shadows. And as she walks forward, guided by the ghost of Elijah's voice and the fire of her own conviction, she reminds us that even in the pursuit of justice, the heart must remain vigilant. Because vengeance may give us purpose, but only love gives us peace.